Hello, church. We are back with another edition of our Missionary of the Month video. And as you can see, we've got Dan Arce with us today. Dan,
Hi,
how are you doing?
doing good. Trying to stay cool inside the house because it is blazing hot outside.
All right. Well, when we are recording this on Tuesday, December the 1st, and it's about 37 degrees here in Chattanooga, Sunny Daisy. What is
Yeah,
it?
yes.
What is it where you are?
It's over 95.
Say that again.
It's over 95 degrees and very humid.
All right. So depending on what time you're watching this, it's going to be a little different. But Dan and Lucy and the boys are our missionaries of the month for December 2020, the last month of 2020. And so we want you to specifically be praying for the Arce family this month. And so, again, just like the last couple of months, we want to ask Dan a few questions. And just kind of let you have a better understanding of them being one of our sent missionaries out of our church. And so, Dan, we're so glad to talk with you today. So in case there's people that are watching this video that don't know about your ministry, where you're located at, give us a little quick kind of synopsis of the Arce family and what you're doing with your ministry.
Well, before I even say that, I just want to say hi to the church. Love you guys. Miss all of you. Jess and Nan, I saw your all's photos and videos last week, and that was really awesome. I enjoyed it. Been praying for you guys. My name is Dan. I'm married to Lucy. Have been married to her for 22 years. My wife and I, and Michael, Brian, and Andrew are three boys. Michael's 20, Brian's 18, and Andrew is 14. And we've been missionaries here in Venezuela since 1999, so we're going on 21 years already. And God has been truly faithful with us, and we have loved serving him here. We're third-generation missionaries. It started way back with our grandparents that Miles Strait used to support so many years ago. My grandpa just died a couple months back. He's with the Lord today, and Grandma's still alive, living down in Georgia. Bless her heart. And We're blessed to be third-generation missionaries, and we love serving the Lord, and we love being a part of what God is doing here in Venezuela.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited. In case you don't know, you're watching this video, the Arces are one of our sent missionaries out of our church. We have a total of 8 missionaries that are from our church that are sent out. And so missions is a big part of Miles Strait and what we do. So you're located in Venezuela. You just told us that. So tell us, take a couple of minutes here and tell us what is currently going on with your ministry, what's happening. You can even add, how has COVID kind of changed some of things in your ministry?
Well, I don't know if you guys recall, back in 2018, December, actually, 2 years ago this month, we had 3 concerts back in 2018. And you guys were huge in helping us get that happen. We had close to 2,000 plus Christmas gifts. We did over concerts with over about 16,000 people in 3 different cities. It was just incredible. Well, we had planned on doing the same thing last year. As y'all know, we were back home in the States last year through November. And in November, we said our goodbyes, and we hopped on the plane and flew back. Actually, it was quite complicated going to different countries, crossing borders. I'm not going to say illegally, though it was. But, I mean, it was just because that's the only way you can get in and out of Venezuela. We had to go through Colombia, walk through the borders and whatnot. And we finally got in, well, just about 10 days after we arrived and landed in Venezuela. I was on my motorcycle heading out to a big softball tournament that our church was going to have with another community where we were going to witness to them. And on my way there, I was rammed sideways by a big car, and he just made me fly. I believed I could fly. I just didn't know how to land. And I was torn up all over. My hip was moved completely. My hand today, that's as far as I can open it. Thankfully, I can still play the piano and guitar and whatnot. But I had a really, really bad accident. So all our plans for the 2019 Christmas concerts were canceled because I was having surgeries and recovery. And matter of fact, I couldn't even get out of bed for about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm up, walking, having a great time, enjoying it. And this year, as everything started, we just thought everything was going to go right back into order. And then, boom, COVID popped in. And we were like, now what? And internet isn't anywhere. Today, you're seeing a miracle because we've paid through another company in Panama to come into Venezuela, or not us, but the people around us. And so we've got a little bit of a better internet right now. And I'm praise God for that because we get to talk with you guys and say hi. But so this year we were just kind of stumped because we didn't know what to do. It was hard to do online services. We tried, we pre-recorded, but it would take 4 or 5 days just to upload 10 minutes worth of video sometimes. So imagine a whole service would take an hour. That would have taken 2-3 weeks just to upload. So it's that bad. We just finally gave up and just started sending daily devotionals, and we started working on a daily basis, one-on-one, our staff with the church members. And that led to daily devotionals. That led to folks saying, why don't we quietly start gathering in some churches? At some homes. So we'd gather 2 or 3 families per home, and we'd have a small, and it was only on Sunday. I had to do it during the week so that everybody could be attended as a church. And then little by little, we started having home gatherings as you know, they were giving us permission to do it. So the gatherings started growing, but then it kind of got out of control because we were having dozens and dozens of families, not individuals, but families per house, and we just couldn't even fit it. We were having 6 services per Sunday in 6 homes, the biggest homes we could find out in the backyards, patios. Still wasn't working. So we finally found a school. The school let us use it. And I kid you not, we had almost on a people number increase, we had about anywhere from 15 to 20 people, new people coming per Sunday. I mean, it was just an onslaught of people just coming from every place. They were coming. It seems coronavirus and having everybody cooped up, it was like God and being out were 2 things people were looking for. And we just so happened to be right in the middle of a big community. And so we have been one way or the other getting the gospel out. We've been taking food, meals. We've started a bicycle thing where we go out on bicycles and hand out meals. And by the way, thank you to everyone who's helping us buy bicycles. We've been buying by the dozens, and we're still got many more to get. We're trying to reach 100, but we're praying that God will continue doing that. And it's been a blessing because there's no gasoline in the country, so everybody needs bicycles just to go to work, just to move, emergency. We've had people carry bodies that can't even be moved with coronavirus on 2 bikes. They'll put boards. I don't know how they do it, but it's incredible. So everything's turning into bikes. It feels like China a little bit, but it's bicycles everywhere. So God has been gracious. He's provided lots of people donating either bikes or money to buy the bikes. And I don't know if y'all read our last newsletter, but we're down to $125 per bicycle. That's even what I can get in the States. So I'm thrilled. God is doing incredible things. I'll leave the best part of it all for the last part that you'll ask, but everything is doing really, really, really well.
So Dan, let me ask you this. How has COVID really changed your ministry? What opportunities have presented itself to you during this time?
Well, COVID has really hit us, and we were not prepared. We really didn't know what to do. Obviously, we couldn't do gatherings, public gatherings, even house gatherings. We would get arrested, and being an American, that's the last thing I want to be doing. But here's the other fact. We had to hide to get in gas lines because they wouldn't allow us to be in gas lines. Remember, there's no gas in the country. So you'll take anywhere from 8 to 16 to 25 days in one line just to get gas. Many people actually have sons in different lines and see which one moves faster. If they only have one car, that means they've got to take enough food in their car to last them for a week. And so what's happened is we've learned this, and we've learned, okay, we spent a lot of time during the COVID close down, we're in lines. And why I say we have to hide is we can't be out there in the day. In the day, we just have everybody's got a ticket. And at night, when the police are asleep, everybody pulls out and pulls their cars because they've got to keep their position. If not, somebody's going to cut in. So as we start meeting all these people in line, we spend days, we spend weeks with them. We're talking to them. 2 months ago, I was in a line that lasted 9 days. And what's funny is after talking to these guys for 9 days, they started wanting to talk, and they'd come to my home during night hours, and we talked about the Bible. And well, since the church is open now, 2 weeks ago, a couple got saved from that line. And last Sunday, Mr. Antonio and Mr. Nelson, two other guys that I met in that same line, got saved also. So we've got 4 people saved just in this last 2-month period of people that have been in line. And that's just me. There's countless other members of our church doing exactly the same thing. So COVID has switched it around. The ministry is still going. God's word is still being preached. Just the location is different.
So Dan, let me ask you this. As we close up this video, how can we, as Mile Straight, members of Mile Straight being your sent church, how can we be praying for you and the Arce family during the month of December?
Well, let me start off by how you can pray for us as a ministry, because one of the things as a missionary you want to do is not rent a place for the church for the rest of your life. Eventually, you got to find a place that can belong to the local church. And we had been renting a place for several years, and it was a really good deal. Simultaneously, we bought some property off in another little county, and we had a huge plot of land. A big movement was going towards there. There was going to be a shopping center. We were going to be the church at the entrance of this whole community. It was spot on. The economy just collapsed here in the country, and nobody could build, nobody could do anything. No, I could have had, $10,000 done anything. And it switched from one day having $10,000, I could have almost built the church, to the next day $10,000 was literally worth like what you would have $100 in your pocket. It was bad. The owner of the place we were renting at said, listen, I need to sell this. So if you want to buy it, I'll let you stay. If not, I need you guys to find another place. We understood, but we knew we couldn't build and move into the new place. So everyone else sold their lots, and we were the only people owning our lot while at the same time renting this place. But now we had to leave. So imagine all the wires were getting crossed and tangled, and we're like, what's going on, God? What do you want? We eventually left because he was selling the place for $200,000. After the COVID curfew type thing went down a little bit, we went back and revisited these folks, and they said, we're so glad you've come back. We've been praying that you and your and the church family would come back. Matter of fact, all our selling plans went through the floor, that it didn't work. We want to give it back to you guys. We believe this is what God had for you. And here's the cool thing. This is right off the main highway. I mean, literally, you cannot drive one way or the other without seeing where our church is at right now. And this is what he changed. He says, I don't want $200,000 anymore. I said, what do you want? He says, I want a car, I want a house, and I want $10,000 in cash. Well, we come to find out a car's about $4,000 right now. Everything's being sold really cheap. We just purchased our own house for $8,000. That's a miracle. So the car is about $4,000. The house they're wanting to sell in that part of the city is about $26,000 plus $10,000 in cash. Well, miraculously, we just had a church send us $7,000. So guess what? We went to the owner and we said, hey, and today and tomorrow, we're signing the paper. Get this, we're signing it over to the church's name without having paid them a dime. But he says, I trust in you. He says, it's in my hands and it's been ruined because I disobeyed God. So I want to put it in your hands so God can start blessing this. Amen. And then he's going to move out. So we're going to be in the next few days officially the owners of our own church building and property to continue in expanding our church. What I need you to pray is pray that God can provide the $24,000 to $26,000 for the house and the $10,000 in cash. We already got the car covered, plus the payments to pay for all the transfers of the titles and the deeds and whatnot. And whatever's left over is going to go towards that $10,000 in cash that the gentleman wants. That's all he wants. $10,000 in cash, $25,000 for a house and the car. And the car is already found. We found the car. We found the model he wants, the type of car, everything. Spread this out. Pray. Get on your knees and beg the Lord and say, God, provide this, because I know he can do it. We've been able to raise money in other moments for other things. Can he not do it now? Absolutely, he can. And for our family, just pray that we can stay focused and full of God's wisdom so that as we meet and face every challenge, we can meet it through God's wisdom, and in his power, we can continue on.
So church, thank you for watching today. It's been great to have the Arce family, to talk with them. Guys, it's good to see y'all. I hope you're doing well. Anything you want to say to the church?
I just wanted to say that I love you. I love my church, and just keep praying for us, and Merry Christmas. We love you so much.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I hope you didn't go too hard on the turkeys back in Thanksgiving, but go easy on Christmas Day. We love you, church, so much. And I'm sorry Michael couldn't be here. He's out getting in line to get gas so that we can continue cooking. And it takes a couple of months to get gas, to get like butane gas. So he's out getting that today, and pray for him. He's in college doing a career in sound engineer while he's at the same time doing Bible college and studying and preparing. Him and his girlfriend are planning on getting married in about 3 years, and then we'll be all returning back home to furlough again and updating the churches and showing the new couple. So be praying for Michael, and there's Brian and Andrew right behind me, and Lucy. And as I said, keep praying for God's wisdom, his strength, and his mercies as we go every day. We miss you all so much, all of you guys. Miss our Sunday school class, miss our friends at church, and all the families, and mess around with Pastor Tom, and just having a great time with all you guys. We love you.
Well, we love you guys as well, and we know that it's not just Dan and Lucy. Guys, we know that you're just as big a part of the ministry with the talents that God has given you, the musical abilities, how you can reach people that your parents can't. So we want all of you to know that we love you. We're praying for you. You're not alone. We are thinking of you guys. We're praying for you. And during the month of December, we're really going to be praying as far as this money coming in for the property and all of that. So keep us informed. Let us know how things are going. All right?
You bet. You bet. We love you guys. And to all the Sunday school teachers that have taught these kids, now they're being Sunday school teachers teaching other kids here. So thank you all. We love you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.